Hopefully it's everyone here. So just so you know, you cannot talk. Obviously you cannot talk, but you can write, like, type text, like comments, and I'm going to read it. And if you have question or anything regarding what I'm going to say, what I'm not going to say, I've been through all your, like, expectation, or what answer and what things did you particularly asked for at that last question. So the main another thing, it's a little bit delayed, like 30 something seconds, so that's why probably I'm going to, if you are going to ask questions, I'm going to probably respond to them a little bit harder. Cool. Okay, so you all have the PPT, because this way I cannot share my my screen, so I'm just going to ask you to, like, use the PPT. So it was supposed to be really nice and to see the PPT, not my ugly face, but you work with what you have. So okay, cool. So pretty much questions. If you have questions, type here or in the chat, or in the post that I've made I'm on OGSTP Eagle. So everywhere you just type your questions. Cool. So if you can, like, just go to the yeah, and also I'm going to, like, cough a lot because I'm pretty ill. Cool. So just go to the second slide, and the point is, and the webinar that started 45 minutes ago, it's about how and why to sell OGSTP, and why to sell it in the way that we are proposing right now, and not just promote it, because everything that we are proposing from now on is, like, to try to shift from the promoting thing to the selling, actually selling the program, because this is what I truly believe that is going to bring growth. Cool. So wait. Cool. If you just can go to the second, if you can just go to the second slide. The point of selling and the point of, like, making everything sellable, it's for us to be much more easier. Think of the product and think of how, I don't know, big companies are promoting right now the products that they have and the way that they approach the market. You'll all, like, asked a lot of how we should sell, how it should approach, how you should act, and so on. But more important, it's really, like, before everything starts, it's really important to understand that by selling the product is not like trying to fool persons or trying to be too pushy or to stalking people. It's about, like, trying to sell your product to everyone and everywhere, because pretty much the product is for everyone and everywhere to be sold. And the only point that we're missing is probably because we are not managing right now to give the product to everyone, because we don't quite know yet how to sell it right. Cool. So going to the third slide, it's more about approach, because everything it's about okay, so everything it's about approach and how you are going to well, pretty much approach the person in order to convince him to buy the program. What is going to be changed is the fact that we are not going to, like, promote the whole thing, like, okay, go in Global Citizen. We are going to promote strictly some projects and some opportunities that we are going to work according to what we presented and what your VPs downscaled after Winco. So the main point is to to try to see how the customer is going to react in certain situation. So therefore you can go to the fourth slide. And it's the basic sales process that you are going to go through in order to like fulfill 100% your objectives and to manage to realize the process and everything. So the point of everything that sells, firstly and most important thing, is to understand that sales it's about questions. So every time that you think to go to a person and to sell it, don't try to approach him directly like, okay, I just want to tell you to go to this project in Russia, like it's Explore Russia and it's really fine and it's really amazing and it's super awesome, because this way they're not quite going to buy the program, only if they're really interested in what you managed to say. Every time that you think to go to a person and to sell it, don't. Cool. Cool. So it's really about questions and really about asking. In my opinion, is not wrong or right question, but yeah, you can ask some wrong questions. That's what we're going to go through. So the first and the most important step of selling process is like the open. Imagine like the basic example that I'm always giving. Imagine that you are in a club and you are trying to like hook up with this really beautiful bună rău de tot kind of girl, and you are going to approach her like, hey PC, ne futem asta seara? And it's not going to work, for sure it's not going to work. Same with the guy, same with the girl, doesn't matter. The point is to approach her and to be I don't know, open, and to try to pay attention to her needs, to try to see what she has to say, and everything and everything as smoothly as can be possible, because the person should not have the opinion that you are trying to steal something from him or to force him to do something. Should have the opinion that you care about him and you really are interested of what you are going to say next. Cool. So the point is, like, try to open the conversation like as briefly as open as you can. You are not an ISEC member. You are not a seller. You are not an OGSTP member. You are not a marketing member. You are just a random guy, a random colleague that's in the faculty with him at the same time or in the same place. It's really important that, like, in this, it's really important in this situation just to. It's really important in this situation just to. It's really important in this situation just to try to be as normal as you can be around him. It's about like trying to be the same as him. You are just another guy. Maria is special again. You are just another guy. You are just another person. You want to talk with him, like from the quality of like, guys, dude, what are you doing? What is your third day? What are you doing? At what faculty do you study? You are just another guy that you want just to discuss with the same level of person. So you are equals, and this is the most important thing, because if they are going to think that you are trying to sell them something, or if you are trying to approach them for something, I don't know, for something, anything, they are just going to close in themselves, and you are not going to get the things that you need out of him in order to sell and to pitch your product. So it's about pretty much be really kind, be really empathic with his problems or with his opinions, and really important, ask a lot of questions, like simple questions. What faculty are you in? What you wanna do with your life? Why this faculty? What do you like? What don't you like? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? And so on. Cool. Okay. So after this, like, depends. You're still in the next slide. That depends a lot on on how many time do you have for approach, to see exactly how much this part, like part one of the sales project, should take. If you see, like, pretty much this is 50%, 15% of what you are going to do next, and this influence 50% the 100 100 total, like if you manage to successfully sell it. And you go to by this stage you go to the next stage, and it's called, or I call it, care about it, because in my opinion this is around somewhere around 50% of the whole sell thing. Here again, you are not an ISEC member, you are not I don't know, a GCP promoter, you are not a marketing member, or so on. You're just another guy that you want to find more about the person that it is in front of you. Why? Because here is the moment in which you connect, like you and the, I don't know, Claudia that is in front of you, you connect. And it's really important to connect, because people are more likely to buy a product or a program or a project or whatsoever from a person that they can connect and they can relate with. So the main point is like to try to find in this care about thing, try to find at least 2 or 3 or 4 things that you two connect at, that you two are similar at. Either are hobbies, either are the, I don't know, the courses that you skipped this semester, either are the like the subject that you failed or you passed, either that's, I don't know, you both are from the same country, region, or I don't know, whatsoever. But try really hard to connect at some points, because if you connect with this person, and that's why it's really important, this particular part of the selling process, because in the moment that you are connecting with that person, you are making him to say yes to your pitch, and it's going to be much more easier for you to close the deal and to make him buy your product. So here should be like, ask a lot of questions that you think that you two are relating. Maybe you are relating 100%, or maybe you are relating, I don't know, 20% on that thing. But try to relate with him with something. Ask him, I don't know, what is your favorite, I don't know, subject, or what are you doing, what you like at this faculty, what don't you like, where are you from? Oh, you are from, I don't know, Cluj. Oh, nice, I have like this amazing friend that is from Cluj also, and we're like kind of in the same team at some point, and it is now nice. Why did you come to Bucharest if you're from Cluj? I don't know, all those things that you can link between you two. Although you might like at some point you might put something, like try to adapt your answers to them answers in order to connect with them. It's not really about lying, or it's not really about it's not really about lying, or it's not really about trying to sell it in a, like, to try to fool him, to sell him a lie or something. It's just adapting yourself to the questions or to the answer that he is giving to you right now. So pretty much this part of the conversation is not like, okay, should take from 5 to 10 or to 20 minutes. It's about how fast can you and are you able to find connection with that person. If you're able to find in, I don't know, 3 minutes 5 connections with that person, cool, that's it, that's your part, care about it. If not, you go as much as needed in order to find at least 2 or 3 connections with that person. Cool. Okay. Another important thing, another really important thing for this care about part is the part when you really pay attention to their needs, to what they are saying. You are not talking that much. Maybe in this part, in the previous part, in the open part, you need to talk somewhere between 20 and 30% of the conversation should be taken by you and him. Why? Because it's really important for him to be I don't know, understood, to be listened, to have the impression that you care about him, and you are not just another martyr Jehovah who is trying to sell him something that he doesn't want. Imagine that we all are students, or pretty much all of us are students, and we know what means, I don't know, that nobody hear our opinion, nobody cares about what we are going to say, or what, I don't know, what we want, what we don't want. And maybe we have the luck to be in ISEC and our opinion counts and it's listened at least at some point. But you are going to speak with the student that doesn't have this opportunity, and he's craving for I don't know, his mind to be spoken, and he wants to say something and to hear something like, okay, dude, yeah, that's a good idea, that's smart actually. I don't know, I like this part. I think that we should do this, like what you said. Why? Because people like when they are heard and when you care about them at some point. Cool. It's really important to show them that you really care about them. It gives you a bonus on that liking part, and if they are liking you, they are going to like the product that you are going to sell afterwards, because at the end of the sales process they are not going to buy the program. Probably I don't know, probably 70% of the people that we are working with, they don't know at all what our product is about until they arrived in that country, after their match, after everything. They just bought the product. They just bought the product because they liked the person that promoted it. And I really have this EP who realized what happened to him at the second internship. He didn't realize, he just left because he liked me and the way that I worked with him and the way that I promoted with him, and I was talking like so nice and so kindly with him that he trusted the program to be something cool only because I was something cool back then when I was talking to him. And it's really important for you to be liked and to be trusted by the person in front of you, because they're going to buy you, not the product. And here it's a lot influencing the final result. If they're not going to buy it at the end of the process, here is the most probably to fucked it up, because you didn't listen to him, you didn't find those connections, you didn't, I don't know, something. Cool. So till now here at Care About we have like like find connections between you and him, care about what he has to say and what he's saying and so on, try to make him like you, and a really important thing, try to find connections with the program. It's really important and really crucial to find connections with the program, because this is what will help you to seal the deal and to try to pitch your idea and to actually deliver the sales and the objective at the end of the day. So why is this important? Because people are buying from different funny reasons this program. I had like, and I'm always giving this example because it's the stupidest example ever. It's this. I had this guy, this EP, that he didn't quite want to go to, I don't know which country, blah blah blah. He was like Brazil, no, Colombia, no, Morocco, no, Tunisia, Germany, whatsoever. He didn't quite want to go, and I was like staying and talking with him and trying to see, okay, what do you like to do, blah 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 blah. And at some point I found out that he likes like fishing. He was like, his father was a fisherman, or I don't know, something, but he really liked fishing, and this sport is really entertaining for him. So, and I was like, okay, I remember that at some point I had like this project in Brazil at Santarém, and they had a fishing lake right beside the beach. So I was like, okay, you said that you like fishing at some point, right? Cool. Well, look, I have this project in Brazil, and you can fish the whole 6 weeks, because the fishing lake is right beside the beach and your house. How that sounds? Oh, seriously? You have like projects in which you have like fishing lakes? Like, I was like, dude, everyone is a fishing lake, fuck it. But yeah, he was like really passionate, and he was like, okay, I'm going to Brazil. Why? Because I want to fish every day. Like I don't know, it was so strange, but was like this really simple example that I'm always giving, because it's a stupid thing to go in a country just because you can fish. You can fish in Romania. You can fish in Romania, you can fish in Bucharest, you can fish in Sibiu, Timișoara, whatsoever. You can fish everywhere, but he really wanted to fish in Brazil, so I just sent him. So that's really important, to try to find connections between the program, the program and the EP. So here you ask a lot about hobbies, about things that he's passionate about, things that he likes, things that he like doing or don't like doing with friends, with family, with whatsoever. Like, don't go in stalking. Like, dude, what are you doing with your girlfriend when you are free? No, it's like, okay, what do you like to do in your free time? Oh, cool. What are your hobbies? Why are you, I don't know, passionate about fishing and so on. Okay, so cool. Pretty much this should be the care about part, and should be firstly about liking you, about finding connection between you and that person in order for him to like you, find connection with the program, and I forgot the last one. Yeah, and well, care about him because he really has to say something, and he is going to like you more if you are going to pay attention to what he's doing. Cool. And here comes the last part, like the third part, the pitch part. Is really important. Like, this pitch part it's where you decide either that you are going to sell it and he's going to buy it, or you are going to fuck it up. Why? Because supposedly you did everything perfect till now, so you open it right, you cared about him, you find some connection and everything. Here is the point and the moment in which you start like promoting and start bringing Isaac into the discussion, because at some point you're asking a lot him about hobbies, passion, things that you like, things that he doesn't like, and he's going to ask at some point, okay, but what do you like? And this is where I'm going to start and where I'm going to introduce everything that I'm doing. I'm like, first of all, I'm an Isaac promoter. Cool? Okay. Well, in my free time, I do Isaac. I do a lot of Isaac, and this is the organization that I'm part of, and this organization is globally. And look what we are doing. We're facilitating this kind of experiences for youth, for students, for people just like you, in which we offer you the opportunity to blah blah blah. Because blah 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 means the thing that you discovered and care about him. You discovered that care about that he wants to, I don't know, to be a professional international driver, God knows what. Okay, we kind of facilitate this kind of programs that might help you with your dream, with the dream of becoming a international driver whatsoever. And another thing here is really important to like do your homework and to really know what you're selling and what you're promoting before you are going out to promote it, because as I told you in Winco, and probably as your VPs downscale it, it's a lot about selling the certain products to certain people in order to deliver a better quality for all of our VPs and for all of our programs. So therefore we are going to work with only five to something projects, and we are going to sell only those. So it's really important for me to understand and to know everything that is going to happen on that program from day 1 to then to day whatsoever, day 20, day 100 that they are going to stay there. It's really important to understand what you can do in that city. I don't know, they have like this, I don't know, they are unique because they have the biggest amazing stunning park in the, I don't know, South Africa or whatsoever. They're amazing because they have like this really high pitch in which you can go and you can see the whole sea or blah blah blah. It's really important to see everything, to know everything that city is special for or that country is special for, because really can and for sure will help you at some point. Another important thing is for you to know about the program, like what is the job description, what they are going to do there, what they are not going to do there, what they are going to learn, what are the like the main learning points, and so on. It's really important to know these kind of things because are your EPs and you need to know what to sell to them. Ask and research about flights, plane tickets, bus, like everything that's transportation, including to there. Research everything that's nightlife, day life, social life, cafeteria life, whatsoever life. Know a lot of those projects and a lot of the cities that you are going to work with are only 3 to 5 cities, so you'll have for sure the time to try to research and to find everything that you need to know about that city. Cool. Cool. Another really important point about this before pitching, like what you should do home to prepare yourself. Just try to understand and to really go through CAB and to really make sure that you understand them, like characteristic, advantages, and benefits. Really make sure that you understand perfectly like the characteristics, because those are our projects. And here at characteristic, it's included everything what I was talking about previously, and it's from flights to CT to project to OPS, ICPS, and the training that they are going to deliver there, or God knows what else you should know. Why? Because it's really important for you to know. Cool. After that, you really need to know the advantages. So you know the characteristics, you move to advantages. Advantages theoretically are something that you do home. Like you stay with your team and you find all the advantages that this program is having, and those are not questionable advantages. Those are really the advantages that this project can and will have upon you if you are going to get involved and if you are going to contribute to your experience, not only stay and enjoy it, kind of. Cool. So you have the characteristics. From the characteristics you have the the advantages. So you need the benefits. The benefits are the thing that really help you to sell it. But the point of the benefits and the big mistake that everyone is doing lately, it's they go like with benefits prepared from home. And you are approaching that EP and you are starting to, okay, a benefit of this program is blah, 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 and another benefit for you is like to do this and it's going to help you with your social life and your... No, don't do that like ever. Because a benefit is an advantage who is customized for your client, for the client that you are speaking with. So that's why it's really important to engage into care about stage as much as you can, because there is where you are going to find the things that are going to trigger benefits in the customer's brain. There is where you really need to concentrate your attention to try to make the benefits on spot for that person that is going to buy the product for you in that moment. So if I'm having this EP that wants to go in God knows every country of this world, but he doesn't know where he wants to go, but he knows that he likes fishing and he wants to become a professional, international driver. Okay, go to Brazil, you have a fishing lake, and besides that, Brazil is one of the most international places in the world. It's going to help you a lot with your dream, and also you're going to enjoy your life and your passion fully at a different environment, or God knows what else. It's not about selling or telling him a bullshit, it's about adapting everything to their needs. What is a bullshit for you might not be a bullshit for him. What is a bullshit for him might not be a bullshit for you. And this is like the main paradox of this sales process. A lot of people get stuck in it because they consider that they're bullshitting or they're lying the EP. You're not lying, you're not bullshitting, you are not avoiding the truth, you're not whatsoever. You're just telling what helps you in order to sell it and in order to make your life easier, because here it's about making your life easier, achieving your numbers while having fun or having time to do whatever else you want. This process was made by me because I'm a totally lazy bastard and I really want to stay and play LOL all day. So I needed to simplify the process in order to have time to play LOL the whole day, not going to promote the Global Citizen 5 hours. So I created this, and the results that I used to have in 5 hours of promotion in faculty, now I'm having in 1 hour. And the rest of 4 hours I have time to play LOL. So it's cool for me. So it's really simple. But the main paradox is to tell the EP what he needs or what is suitable for him in order to buy. It's not about bullshitting him, because if I'm telling you right now that I don't know, this experience, it's leadership proved and is going to provide you the skills and the environment for you to develop leadership, I'm sure that for half of you it's bullshit, for half of them it's not bullshit, and it's perfectly fine. If you are going to tell me that go to Brazil because you can fish in a different lake and it's going to be mega amazing for you, I'm telling you that it's going to bullshit and I don't care about it. But for that guy, it was like the added value that made him buy. So try to think and try to consider what added value do you want to bring to your EP. It's one that it's the one that you have it prepared from home, or is the one that you are like willing to deliver for your EP now. Cool. So in the pitch part, it's really about presenting like the characteristic, because, well, obviously you have to present the characteristic because the person needs to know at least like briefly what he's going to buy, and you really need to present the benefits. The advantage might be presented or might not be presented. As long as you nail the benefits, it's not really necessary to present also the advantages. And here is like the approach in which you yeah, look what I'm doing right now. I'm in this like international organization, and we're taking care of these amazing projects for students, only for students, in which we offer them the opportunity to the benefit that you identify strictly at him, and also we offer them the opportunity to do the second benefit or the second correlation that you find in the care about part. And here he's going to ask, for sure he's going to ask. If not, you are continuing. It's about 6 to 8 weeks volunteering abroad, made to in such a way that you have an impact among the community, while having a really big impact and developing benefit or characteristic in you. Cool. That should be, I don't know, 10% of the whole time that you spoke with him. 10-20% or something like this. This shouldn't be long, because after that you have the closing part, and you move to the final thing, to the fourth step of this, like this whole process. So here it's about like everything that you need to focus on this stage is to get a commitment out of him, a commitment to a next thing. Imagine that, I don't know, you want the second date here. You had the first date in the club in which you didn't fuck it up by asking her, hey, blah blah blah, but you really managed to like care about her, blah 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 blah, and you want the second date, because without the second date you are never going to marry her or whatsoever. So here it's about getting a commitment out of her, out of him, the EP. Cool. So either that you are okay, we are going to meet in the office tomorrow, or okay, then I'm going to send you an email and I'm waiting for your reply then. Or, okay, I'm going to call you tomorrow in the evening, but till then, make sure that you decide in which country do you want to go. Or, I have your commitment that if you're in the info desk and you don't have time for this thing in which, okay, I'm calling you tomorrow to tell me in which country. Okay, then I'm waiting to see you on our application form and to meet you at the interview. Cool? And you wait for that okay or sure or sigur or ne vedem acolo or fine, applic or whatsoever. Wait for that. Get that out of him or her. It's super mega important to get a commitment out of him. Okay, I'm not supposed to use bad words, sorry. Cool. Try to get a commitment out of him, because it's really important, because you are put yourself in the shoes of the person that it's approached. You started the conversation from equal to equal. After that, you go in the part in which you care about him. You ask him certain things, you find about his passion, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and so on. Cool. And after that, you try to sell him, or you try to introduce himself into a program, into a new concept, because actually it's a kind of new concept for a lot of the students on the market. And you already like the person in front of you as EP. You are partially interested in what is happening, but you really don't know what to think, because you really need to communicate and to consult with your friends. But you you would buy that, but I really need not to forget about this. So I really need to get a commitment, to commit to something. Either it's the simplest commitment that you can get. It's when you get his contact details. You are at promo, and I hope that you do that. You have like that white spreadsheet with Isaac written like a watermark, and you have like their name, email address, and whatsoever. Don't write yourself. Don't be like, okay, your name is Radu Șnăveanu, and I'm writing, and your email is Radu Șnăveanu, and I'm writing again. Don't do that. Okay, can you leave me your contacts? I'm going to call you, or I'm going to send you an email in the next hours or in the next days. That's the simplest and the easiest commitment that you can get from him, but he gave you the commitment for that. Cool. Hope you got to the point with commitment. Yeah, cool. In this part, it's really important. You got the commitment out of him, but here is the moment in which you close the deal. Here is the moment in which you convince him to apply, or you convince him to, not apply, in which you dig it up. You dig it up. I'm going to use it, dig it up. Cool. So the main point is here you have like kind of 2 or 3 situation, like people situation, and it's not said by me, it's said by a really smart guy that invented marketing at some point. Are 3 kind of people. The ones that knows to buy, but the problem, like they want to buy, but the problem is that they didn't found enough information in which you said. The second kind of person is the kind of person that he needs to hear that someone else was. He just needs to. I have this Anna who went in Brazil. Oh, I want to go in Brazil where Anna went. If Anna went, I'm going. Cool. And you have the third kind of person, the kind of underfucker. He don't really care. He's like, I don't wanna go. Why? Because I think it's expensive. And you start to explain him. Okay, but I think that the kind of EP that thinks that he knows, and he's supposing a lot of things. He's probably going to suppose that our program is expensive, or he's going to suppose probably that our program is not qualitative, or is not safe, or is whatsoever. So you have like these 3 kind of dudes. So the first guy, in which he considered that you didn't tell him enough about the project and about the program, or about the ISEC or whatsoever. So what you have to do, usually this kind of guy is the guy that I don't know what to say, I think that I don't know, I think that whatsoever. You feel this guy is the guy that wants to go, but he don't have all the variables on his side. And here you really need to capitalize on the cub. Go with all the characteristics, like basic things. Make sure that he understands the projects whatsoever. 1, 2, 3, how many do you propose to him? Cool. After that, make sure that he understands the benefits of why he must go from here to develop himself and to have like these benefits, and what is the benefit to him. And this is like what you can do to this kind of EP. Another important thing that you can do to this EP, like to try to to read him and to see if he's this kind of EP. It's okay. Tell me what do you want to know more, and you'll see if he's the kind of guy that is going to the negative part. He's the last type, the third type. But if he's really asking something, which for you maybe it's pretty basic, but for him it's not, that's your type of guy, and you start again with the cub. And you start again with the benefits and the characteristics and everything about the program. After that, you have like the second type is the type that the type that don't know what he wants. Like, he's that kind of underfucker that he don't really I don't know. He thinks that he knows that maybe this is not like this because okay. You go like you stop with everything. Like, you are like, okay, you told him about, you had a pitch, you had a closing in which you describe the project a bit, you tell him about the cab and so on. You don't nothing, and you start again by opening and by care about, but this time only ISEC related. You are only going to ask him, okay, what are the buying breaks? What are the things that what are the things that would convince you not to buy this project, not to go in this project? What are the things that keep you like in Romania and not to try to live your experience in some other place? What are the things that you are I don't know, trying to do and you are not liking it about the project or whatsoever? And here it's about firefighting. He's going to tell you a problem, you are going to solve his problem. He's going to tell you another problem, you are going to find another argument for his second problem, and so on, till you manage to get the commitment out of him. And the easiest type of customer is the one that did anyone else left with this kind of program? Yeah, Anna. Okay, I wanna go. Pretty much that's like not that simple, but it's about, okay, yeah, I have a lot of friends and a lot of people a lot of students in I don't know, Suceava, Bucharest, whatsoever, and all over the country that left with this kind of program, and they were really satisfied. Actually, I'm not going to talk or tell you more about it. I can give you the Facebook account and like the email or the phone number or whatever you need in order to get in contact with him and to try to resemble, like, and to try to ask the questions by yourself. And this is a really cool commitment that you can take out of him, because in this kind of person you are taking the commitment of him speaking with a returnee, which is really helping you. Like lately it's really helping to get in touch with the returnee. Cool. Okay, another, like, moving on but still like remaining here, it's really important, like in these whole 4 steps, it's really important to watch your language and watch the words that you are going to tell them, because it's a lot about mind shift in this sales program. It's a really fine line between I succeeded, like if I failed it or I've succeeded. It's a really fine line, and the point of this line is the moment in which you use the right word. Everything that we do, you don't refer like experience, like you don't tell him like program, project, things like acesta este un program, acesta este un proiect, acesta este un lucru pe care noi îl lucrăm, acesta este o chestie, acesta este un lucru. No, all those things are opportunities. Everything that we do because it's an opportunity for you. Everything that we do, it's for you. Everything that I'm going to tell you about, it's for you. It's nothing because I do blah 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 blah. Most probably they are not going to give up about the everything, but why, how, what, why, and so on. But everything that we do, it's for him and strictly for him. This is an opportunity for you. This is an opportunity that is helps you. This thing we are doing, like this thing, when I'm saying this thing, like if you're going to tell him about cab, okay, we are going to give you access to the platform because it's good for you, it's healthier for you. We are going to help you to be prepared. We are going to deliver for you. Everything that you do, it's for him, and everything is an opportunity. You really need to relate to this kind of thing, to the opportunity. Maybe you're like right now, maybe you're conscious about the thing that you are buying different things only because like at some point you heard something about it, or you heard a word or a thing that convinced you to buy. But those are like not things that I've done because I'm not that smart, but are things that most, like the biggest marketing people in the world are using, and the biggest brand in the world are using in order to attract you to buy them. And we can see and we can learn from what they are doing. And this is the point. We really need to adapt everything to this kind of, for you to be customer centric, to be customer oriented 100% when we are talking to him. When we are talking to an EP, to a potential customer, we are totally different. We are kind. We are empathic. We are empathic, and everything that we do is for us. I'm not staying at promo because my VP Radu from Bucharest forced me to do that. I'm staying at the promo because I want to promote this kind of opportunities for students like you who wants to go and change, because I believe that this opportunity might and will change your life because it's for you. I'm not calling 10 times a day to get matched because my VP is pressuring me, or my MCVP, or God knows who, my mom is pressuring me to match you. I'm calling because it's good and it's best for you to get matched earlier, because flights and plane tickets and insurances and more time for visa and more time for preparing and more time to do baggage and whatsoever. Everything that we do, put it in such way that you do it for them. Cool. And this is really important. Also, don't use chestie, ceva, căcaturi, or other like this kind of slang that we are as students going to use. It's okay, and you can use like usual words that you are using because you are trying to be like him. You are trying to be someone that it's exactly like him, but don't use like, you can, like I'm swearing a lot, and I'm usually swearing a lot. I use swears, but use the productive one. Don't go for shit, don't go for chestie, don't go for other things that are, I don't know, are having the chance to put the program or the project in a bad way, to be seen in a bad way. It's okay to use, I don't know, coaie, frate, pula mea, but don't use the things like chestie, căcat, ceva, nu știu exact, dar e bine, dar nu știu exact, dar o să mă interesez, dar nu știu, chestii genul. Don't use. Really important, don't use nu știu. You know. You should know. If you don't know, you are staying at promo for nothing. You are losing that 2 hours if you don't know everything that's about cab. You should know characteristic advantages by heart. Know them, and it's not a thing that you don't know. If you don't know a thing, you are staying for nothing there. Go home, study, see the cab, do it for yourself the cab, put it in such a way till you like visualize it, and after that go back to the promo. Cool. Another important thing, try not to use like negative or negative parts of like language next to global citizen, next to opportunity, next to things like this. Try not to use nu, poate nu, în niciun caz, things like this. Try to be positive and try to adapt everything on your speech to be positive, not negative. It's like, again, it's a really small mind shift that might do the difference for yourself in the beginning. Cool. Cool. Okay. Pretty much this is like the general approach for everything that you need to do for like, I don't know, for, well, approaching and for selling the program. If you go to the, I don't know, the next slide, something with where and how, it's the 5th slide, and we're going like to go briefly to what kind of places where you be, I don't know, where you be placed in the situation to sell the program. Cool. Okay, so pretty much the simplest and the one that is really simple to explain, it's the events. Well, pretty much, yeah, I'm going backwards. I usually do that. I don't know, I probably have a HD, so I will probably start again at some point from the back to the top, but it's okay. Cool. So events. The point of the events, it's really important for you to be at some events, because mostly in most of the cities, Global Citizen and the way that we are going to change and rebrand Global Citizen, it's not now right now on the market. So attend the events. You are going to Global Citizen, with Global Citizen, to different events. Hey, there is career days. Hey, there are some, I don't know, launches of I don't know, new, God knows what, new cafeteria, new mall, new everywhere where you can get a stand and you can, like, an info desk, and in which you can be invited and share your roll up and start to promoting to and sharing flyers to everyone. It's really important to go, because maybe you are not going to get applicants from there. Maybe you are going, and happened to me a lot and it's frustrating, probably, but not. You are going to go to this fair, like job fair, and you are going to stay there 2 days, and you are going to give 40 applicants to Global Talent but none to Global Citizen, but it's perfectly fine, because you spoke with a lot of person, and at the end of the day you managed to do something for your LC. And this is really important. At fairs and at events, you're usually an ISECer who is promoting OJX, like Global Talent and Global Citizen both, because depends a lot on what kind of persons and what kind of events are you at. But here it's like respecting the basic flow that I presented earlier, and going through everything. Here what is really important is the way that your stand, like infodesk, like măsuță, tejghea, ceva is looking. Preferably should not be like the one that it's in Bucharest right now and it looks like shit. It's a table with posters, with scotch, and no, actually it's sticked with stickers because you didn't have scotch at that point, and it looks like shit. And picture that you are standing right between Vodafone and I don't know, BRD, which are having like this really amazing and really nice info desk, and no one comes to your desk because it's ugly and it's shitty and no one wants to be in touch with you. Cool. What do you do? It's not about investing 1,000 or 2,000 euros in one really cool looking desk. It's about being creative and being smart, because that's what about ISEC. It's really important. Be smart and try to speak with your VP Finance, or you have like a guy in your LC that is good with things like hammers, like nails, like things like that. And you can search online. And I remember that during the summer I found something really cool with Kalin, and we've made the budget and was only 100 lei, and was like a really cool like stand, like was 5 meter on 2 meters, something like this, and it was really amazing. And it was only 100 lei and can be done even with less money if you know someone that owns nails, hammer, pormașină, and ceva pal. And really makes the difference at events. The way that you are presenting your info desk makes the difference at the events. Cool. A really important thing at the event, use badges. You are probably yeah, if you are at, it depends a lot on what event you are, but if you are at the career days things in which people want to, I don't know, get high or do something with their lives and so on, you need to suit up at least, like, boys, like, put a shirt because it's not expensive, I promise to you. Put some shoes, not sneakers, like, don't go with a Nike Shikamasha. Use a badge, and it's really simple to use a badge because it's the difference between, like, a student, like a normal me, like right now, and me with, I have a badge, and me with a badge. See, look, I look twice more, like, smart, like this way. And you can use one of these because it's really cool, and you can write your name, and besides that, it's really cool for the person that is in front of you to know with whom he's speaking, and everyone has, so you need to have. Cool. Pretty much that's all about events. If I didn't touch something, yeah, really interesting. At the events, you need to leave them something with, because, and to get that commitment, because at the events, imagine that they are seeing probably 20 or 30 or 40 opportunities for them, and they need to remember yours when they are getting home. So you need to let them something to remember. Cool. Moving on, dorms. Like, pretty much in dorms, it's the most appropriate way in which you can approach them, because they are like home and they have all the time needed to they have all the time needed to go and speak to you, all those, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to 15 minutes to 20 minutes that you need to speak. A really important thing, you are not in a hurry in dorms. You are not in a hurry. The point is to touch and to fully engage every person that you are speaking with while dorms. No one tells you that you need to do 5 dorms and to get 10 EPs when you can do only 1 floor, 5 rooms, 2 from each room, but you fully engage them. And be sure that you are getting through all the process. Take all the time that you have and they have, because it's much more worth whatsoever to go to stay in front of a room with 2 people 15 minutes and convince those 2 to leave, than to go to the whole floor in 15 minutes and convince none. You can check your KPI and you can tell your VP that, okay, I've done this shit, I've done the whole floor by myself, but no one came. And it's much more important to find those 2 people on that floor, and maybe it's the first door or maybe it's the last door, but you really need to stay and to fully engage everyone. You are like having, I don't know, for example, Bucharest. We are approaching maximum 5 different dorms during a year, during a peak. We can do 1 dorm per night instead of 4 dorms in 1 night, but raising the rate of people applying afterwards. Stay with the people till they need. Picture your time like that, okay? You maybe think that it's a waste of time to stay and speak 45 minutes with 2 persons in front of 1 room. It's like you have to be stupid, right? To speak 45 minutes with 2 persons to convince them to go to exchange. Okay, you took those 45 minutes, you convinced them, but imagine, your goal is probably 20. If you take those 45 minutes and you multiply by 20, it's not even a full week of work. And in 1 week of work, your whole term could be done. Only by engaging and really trying to approach and fully engage all the persons. This is the whole scheme at dorms. Take your time, because the students are not going to leave. They are going to be in dorms the next week also. They are going to be in dorms the 3rd week and the 4th week. But you cannot approach them 3, 4, 5, 6 times in order for them to in order for you to convince them. Cool? Cool. Okay, class shouts, well, usually are the trickier ones, because you don't have time. In class shouts, it's not about time. There, either you are going to enter before the course, so you'll not be like, you have to be fast because the teacher is coming. Either you are coming after the course and they are, well, want to leave and no, they don't want to pay attention to you. So what do you need to do here? It's pretty simple. Use straight the pitch. Try to make a pitch about the program, and just shoot it. It's 30-second pitch. If they are going to be interested, they are going to be interested in those 30 seconds, and they are going to keep paying attention to you. If not, you're already lost them in more than 30 seconds, I mean less than 30 seconds, doesn't matter. If from an amphitheater of 100 people, 10 are paying attention to you, it's cool. Trust me, it's cool. So the pitch is really simple. It's about who you are, why are you there, like, okay, hi, my name is Radu and I'm coming from behalf of ISEC. I'm here to promote like a really amazing opportunity for students in which they are going to have an impact through through volunteering abroad. They're going to have an impact to the community while having a really big impact on themselves, like developing and so on. So it's going to be like name, why are you there, what is the program that you are going to present to them, and couple of characteristics, and that's it. Like, I'm Radu, I'm from ISEC, I'm coming here to present you like this amazing project in Russia in which blah blah blah. You are going to do this, so this is going to affect you like this. That's it. That's the simplest thing, and this is the only thing that you need to tell. Cool. Why? Because if you are going to like keep on speaking and speaking, they are going to get bored, and you are going to lose those that were probably going to be interested anyway. So it's crucial to be short and simple and straightforward. Cool. And info desk, the most common one. Here it's like same at the events. Don't use a badge. You don't really need a badge while you are staying in the faculty, but might be sexy. So cool. It's about info desk, and like it's about like stand. It's vorba despre stand. Like info desk and the way that it looks and so on. Try to go with something cool, something good looking, something that doesn't look like a table with stickers and posters that looks like and no one wants to like get near to that. The second part, it's don't stay in front of the desk. It's really important not to stay in front of the desk, because this way people are not going to interact with you at all, because firstly they are not going to see what you are going to present there or whatsoever. They are thinking that you are like, or that the desk is already taken and so on. Don't stay in ISEC circles and laugh about the last conference or about how, I don't know, whatsoever, what happened in your life or in your LC or whatsoever. Try to stay always behind the desk or somewhere like near, and always to have like this open attitude and try to approach persons and, oh hey, you are interested about what we are doing this, because while students passing, you are going to see which one it's like going to be interested or something. Try to go and approach them. Another important thing, go to the smoking area, smoking place, whatsoever. It's really important because there people are like kind of forced to listen to you, because they are going to stay there until they are like finishing the smoke, and they are not going to get inside just to get rid of you. So you again have the time to like fully engage some of them and fully promote to all of them. Also another important thing is like to have like hangouts or flyers or things that you can give to them, because this way they are going to like keep it and do something while the next course, or while in the, I don't know, in the bus to home or something like this, and they are probably going to remember about you. Cool. Okay. Another important thing, it's like try to obtain a commitment on a written paper, like just a simple paper in which you like watermark ISEC and you put name or something, name, email, and phone. That's simple. That's all. And make them like ask them to fill while explaining why they are feeling, and the fact that you are going to call them this night or tomorrow during the day, and you are going to explain them again what they signed, and if they want to have like the second approach with us, and so on. Cool. Okay. And another like really important part is like to be open in the whole process. Like be open. Like when you are speaking with someone, use your hand like this. Don't never do like this, like that, like this, like this. I'm having my hand somewhere. I'm just don't do. Always your hands are like this. You are trying to explain. You are trying to do this. You are showing him. Use your hands. Don't try to like hide your hands, or don't try to like same with your feet. Don't try to hide your feet under the desk and if you're sitting or something like this. Be open and be like use what your mother gave to you, like two hands. Use them. Cool. Pretty much that was about Infodesk. Another thing that I wanted to like to tell you, it's that like it's maybe would look like foolish or something like this, but it's really really important for you to be good looking. No one is going to like stay like nobody is going to stay and talk more with you if you are looking like shit, and if you are not like taking care, like not like the way that I am right now, because whatsoever. But you really need to like use something cool looking on you. Like don't go with those, I don't know, hoodies, like looking like a, I don't know, hobo or mafioso or hipster or whatsoever. Try to be like good looking. Like if you're going to dorms, guys, just use a fucking suit. It's for, well, actually it's not for free, but it's really cheap and it's really demanding to have one. If you're a girl, use a skirt, use a cleavage, because it's always sexier to use a cleavage. Especially if are boys or girls, doesn't matter. They're going to stay more with you if you are looking cool. It's not about like literally selling yourself, but be like taken care of. Like brush your teeth, make sure that they are white, or you don't have like seeds. Like I don't know, cut your beard, cut your hair, put something, I don't know, and so on. It's a lot of really about the way that you are looking. Cool. Pretty much that was like everything that I wanted to say. I've noted some questions, but in the meanwhile, since till I found my notebook with your expectations, you can ask, like type here some questions. Yeah, so I have like this till you are writing, if you are going to write at some point. I know that Bobo asked, and I hope Bobo is here. Bobo. Cool. I know that Bobo asked what wait. Bobo asked Bob asked what you should focus while explaining global citizen to someone. It's not about like what I was telling you previously. It's about focusing on finding the benefit strictly adapted to him and focusing on getting some commitment out of him. You really need to get some commitment at the end of your explication, while like the focus should be like try to find the benefit adapted to him and to try to find like similarities, common things between the EP and the project that you want to match him with. Cool. What else? How shall I know that what people expect? How do I know what expectation do the people have? Like, like mainly when you're going to talk with students, like they are going to expect from you to really pay attention to them, because usually they are not finding people who cares about what I don't know what they are saying and what are the opinion and so on. Cool. Other questions? Cool. Yeah, so like a question was like to find the best way to find someone's needs and how what I'm and how to offer something that needs to help him. Well, the best thing, it's like put a lot of questions and be sure that you find everything. Cool. If you don't have like any other questions, you can, if you have questions, you can like write me on Facebook or whatsoever. You can call me or whatsoever. If not, then that was all from my side. I hope that I've managed to be in time for like to catch up the time that I've lost. The main point and what you really should remember about this webinar, it's the fact that we are not going to like succeed on the last and the way that we were like promoting till now, and we need something new. And I really believe that like trying this new method of selling and actually selling everything was a really good and cool change for me in the last year. Yeah, and you can like it's a time saver, and always when you do something that it's supposed to take you a lot of time, like probably it's going to take you a couple of hours to really make that cup like really good and for you and to understand you and the team and everyone. But think in that way in which, okay, how much time do I save if I really know by heart the how do I how much time I'm going to save if I'm going to know by heart that program and I'm going to sell it better and faster. Because if you are going to know by heart CAB, you are not going to know by heart what to tell to the EP and what to tell them in order to skip a lot of steps in the process. It's a think like, okay, I've heard a lot of EPs when I was trying to tell them, okay, dude, go and after every meeting with every EP that you have, like just stay 40 minutes with him. Stay fucking 40 minutes with him. You are meeting for the first time to have an interview that is supposed to take I don't know, 30 minutes. What I've done, I've cut all my interviews at 15 minutes and the rest of 35 minutes I'm staying with him and just chit-chatting. And it's really important, and I don't feel like losing my time because this is the fast matching process that I'm thinking, and it's the same with the sales. If you are going to a dorm and you think that you're losing time by staying 40 minutes with someone, don't. Consider that you are matching him and then you are realizing him on spot, and it's 1 out of 20. Do that process again 20 times and it's like super simple and you have like your 20 realizes, and it's pretty basic. And the point is like to make the process really simple and really accurate. To make the process really simple and really accurate, but like complicated enough for you to match faster. You all have like the PPT as an output. The video, it's also going to be recorded here if you want like to share to other people. Like, try not to make fun, but as long as you use in a useful purpose, you can use it to people that were not at the webinar. It's recorded here. I've recorded it, and pretty much this is what all sales about. Remember those 4 steps that you really need to do. Open, in which you open with being on the same level and you just shoot questions. Care about, in which you find common things between you and the guy and the project, and you really try to find similarities and to make him like you because they like you, they like the program, they buy the program. After that, it's about pitching and trying to find like to tell him all the benefits or the characteristics, and after that presenting adapted benefits, and well, closing, in which you have like those 3 kind of types of guy, and you really try to solve the issues in order to eliminate whatever stops them from buying. Cool. Was a question about, sorry for responding so late, was a question about what do you, ce putem să le răspundem când ne întreabă unde se duc cei 150 de euro și pe ce se duc banii. Cool. Yeah, it's a really basic question that EPs ask. Okay, what I'm going to do with the money? What I always advise my members, don't tell them from the beginning, like tell them what is the fee because it's really important. Never tell the fee without benefits. If you told the fee without benefits, you fucked it up. It's your fault that you fucked it up and you wasted your 20 or your 10 minutes that you spoke with that guy, and could be even at matching. If you're just going to tell him the program is 150 euros, you've just lost all your time that you had with that EP. Never tell the EP the cost without the benefits and without the advantages and the characteristics of this project, because you're going to fuck it up for sure. Tell him like what I'm telling him, and it depends a lot. But the simplest thing, it's like those money, it's provided accommodation for 6 to 8 weeks there, or the whole period of your internship. It's a series of trainings while in Romania. Ok, este asigurată cazarea pe parcursul celor 6 săptămâni. Înainte de a pleca, ai o serie de traininguri pentru a te ajuta pe tine să te pregătești mai bine. În timp ce ești acolo, sunt oameni care au tot timpul grijă de tine și te ajută și te îndrumă. Și cel mai important, în momentul în care te întorci, ai o altă serie de traininguri. Ce mai intră pentru ce mai sunt este foarte mult partea de platformă și toate facilitățile pe care noi ți le oferim. Cool. And pretty much that's it about fees or something like this. I don't usually like, as long as you don't think that the program is expensive, nor your EPs is going to think that the program is expensive. You think that the program is expensive, you might want to reconsider your position or whatsoever. Like, really straightforward being, the program is not expensive, the program is fucking cheap. You pay like 150 euros for a bunch of trainings, 6 weeks accommodation, sometimes maybe food, EP body provided, trainee body provided, a lot of counseling and a lot of coaching, a lot of things that we are doing, and it's like for fucking free. It's super cheap, and that's it. Cool. If you have any other questions, just write me at some point on Facebook or whatsoever. Thank you for listening me, and I hope this was like entertaining and useful. I can like, don't hesitate to like write me on mail or whatever questions you have. I can do an output afterwards and try to respond to some other questions. Bye guys.